Hello friends, welcome. So today we'll discuss level 2 interview questions for senior software developer, that is .NET, and organization name is Simplify Healthcare. So already I published level 1 interview questions for the same organization where I cracked that interview. So today we'll discuss what are the questions they have asked me in L2 interview. So let's go. Okay, let's focus on the area what they are trying to cover. Okay, so time duration was like 30 minutes and mode of interview like Microsoft Teams. So definitely they will ask you full stack .NET developer questions. Now they have covered like topic C Sharp, Entity Framework, jQueries, MUC, project related queries. So guys, let's first discuss sections C Sharp, in which they have asked most of the questions regarding abstraction, interfaces. If you have all abstract methods in a abstract class, then why should you go for the interfaces? So guys, I have explained in details because it's big video, that's why I separated it. And please go through the my videos like deep dive into abstract class and an interface. So I'll provide in link, please go through it. Now they have second questions. If a class has two implementations of the interfaces, both having same method name, then how you access both interfaces method in your class? Means what are they trying to say that suppose if you have interface for I1, interface I2, and both interface has same method name like display informations. Again, we are implementing I1 interface and I2 interface into our employee class, means our child class like employee. So now the question is, when you are trying to implement I1 and I2 in employee, definitely it's an interface. We have to override the code. If we override the method, definitely interface I1 and I2 has the same function name. Then which method get called? Whether it is for I1 or I2. So let's discuss the answer. I mentioned that so in C Sharp you have concept like explicit interface implementations. So using this type of concept you can solve that problem. They said how, so I will explain them. So consider we have that employee class and we are going to implement I1 and I2. If you have to definitely use specific related method. For example, I if you want to implement that I1 method, then put I1 dot display informations and write down your code. If you want to implement or access I2, definitely you have to implement I2 dot display informations. So whenever we are trying to access that method from the main functions, so we first create the reference like I1 interface 1 is equal to new employee. So by using or by giving reference of that new employee to interface 1 and again giving that reference to interface 2, so we are calling it separately like interface 1 dot display information and interface 2 dot display information, then there is no confusion. So what is your output? Implemented I1 interface method, that is of I1, implemented I2 interface method, that is from I. Now so definitely if your experience is more than 5 years, 6 years, 8 years, so they go through the most of the confusing code questions like try, catch, finally. So which block get executed, which is not. For example, they said that consider you have one program in which we have try, catch, and finally we have three blocks, and three blocks has three statements. Like in try block has first statement. Say in catch block, suppose we have some exception messages or code block, and in finally block we have some type of code. So he asked me that so what should be the output if there is no any exception or no any issues in a try block. So I explained, if there is no issue, then first try block get executed, and after that control transfer to the finally, and in finally definitely it will going to print finally block executed. So I explained output as expected. Now this was the first scenario. Then he gives me like, suppose in try block we have 3 to 4 statement, and in which we are trying to uh, uh, occur one exceptions. Okay, and after that what should be the output? So definitely I said, consider in try block first statement is fine, statement is fine, then we'll print first statement first one, and when we come to the third line, that like a is equal to a divided by 0, means we are trying to divide by 0, so that is the exception. So definitely it will transfer that control to the catch block, and block will execute its code. So first statement get executed from the try block, then from the catch block divided by 0, that statement get printed, and the responsibility of finally. So whether your try block or catch block execute or not, it's not mandatory, but finally definitely or guaranteed get executed. Why? Because its functionality, if you are trying to use any resources in try block, definitely you have to release it. That's why finally block get executed. So as per expected output, we get first statement catch block, and finally block executed. Given me as a third scenario, this says that, okay, so as per our discussion, it says that if there is only any exception, then try block get executed. After that, finally. Now, if someone tries to write a statement like a return statement in a try block, for example, here in try block we said that we assign one values to the variable a is equal to 10. After that we print some statement. After that we try to divide a number divided by 2. Actually it's not specifying any exception over there. Definitely it won't go to the catch block. Now that return statement confuses us. So whether it will return to the calling function or whether it will call that finally. So keep in mind, whenever you are in try catch finally block executions, so a whatever happen in the trial block, like for example, a try block has some returning statement, some throw statement, or not reachable code. So whatever the try block has, definitely it will go to the finally one. So in this case we have first statement and finally block executed. Now again he made me some confused, like he has given same code, and he written uh, after the return statement, he given one code like console dot write line output of a. You have to print it, and same as a catch block, and we have finally. So try catch finally. We have three blocks, but in try block we are trying to write down code after the return. Means in our scenario we can say that is unreachable code. Why? Because we are returning, but we are never uh, go for that line to execute it. So I explained it. Definitely I will get the like unreachable code detected, but program will run. Why? Because we knows that in try block whatever we have blocks executed, so without any interruption or without any exception we can get it. So finally I said that my first statement get executed, final block get executed, and whatever the issue, whether it is return, whether it is throw, whether it is unreachable, definitely finally block get executed. Now now we come to the next session, like entity framework. So he asked me, okay, have you used entity framework? I said that yes. So he said that, okay, so can you explain me the process, how you can call store procedure from the entity framework? I said that yes. So I explained, I said that, okay, I can use I can use stored procedure from the entity framework like this one. So that in code, I said that whenever you want to result, suppose someone return bool type, someone result string, someone integer, someone void. So if I want to get as a model as a return type, at that time we have to use in a context.model.sql query, and we have to mention which model we are trying to return in that one, and we have to define which that store procedure name, what are the parameters for that one. So I mentioned like that. Now, so he come to the next question, have you used jQuery? I said yes. So he said that okay, just explain how you call parallel method using jQuery. I said that sorry, I don't know exactly, but I have used like jQuery.ajax. So he again asked me the second questions. Okay, so if you are saying that you have used jQuery.ajax, so what is exactly the it's working? So I explained that whenever you have to call web APIs, we use like jQuery.ajax. We mentioned their URL, its data type, and its success and failure function. So if it is success, definitely it will come to our code and we will assign the values. Now he moved to the next section like MUC. Here he asked like how action methods work, what is action filters, how it works, explain with the code. So I given some examples of filters. Again he asked me the next question like will given below code will execute or not. I said why not, it will be done. So again he said that look at the code. Actually code says that if some code matches you have to return view, if another code matches you have to return redirect, and last one you have to return as a JSON format. Though you are returning three types of view or three types of returning from that method, but it has only one return type as the action result, it will work. I said yes. He said how? I said that yes, because action result is a base for all return type. So he says okay fine, no worries. And after that he come to the next questions like what is data annotations. So I explained data annotations for validation purpose we have used, and range validator, date picker, and uh, we have required fields, that type of data annotations I explained. So he says that okay, we fine, we'll let you know. Thanks, friend. In next video, definitely we'll discuss some real-time interviews. What I have given, like Blue Conch Technologies, Zorient, City, L&T, and Nice, and Mainline. So I will definitely create as soon as possible. Thank you.